puzzled when it comes to why are we throwing in time-wasting issues and wasting isikhathi sabantu bethu base-South Africa for no reason.
Welcome back to Heads Up SA, where we unpack the stories shaping South Africa's political landscape. Today we are diving into tensions inside Parliament. The AdHoc committee set up to investigate allegations made by General Mkhwanazi has seen clashes between MK Party, the DA, the EFF and the Patriotic Alliance. At the heart of the drama, DA Kohler Barnard, who was mentioned by General Mkhwanazi at the Madlanga Commission of Inquiry. General Mkhwanazi, while testifying at the Madlanga Commission of Inquiry, made serious allegations that implicated both DA Kohler Barnard and NCC Fidel Adams. Now, because Kohler Barnard actually sits as a member of the AdHoc committee tasked with investigating those same allegations, the MK party believe it's a conflict of interest. They are pressing hard for her to recuse herself.
Puzzled when it comes to why are we throwing in time-wasting issues and wasting isikhathi sabantu bethu base-South Africa for no reason. This thing, I mean, actually, I'm sorry to say it like this. We started to be saying Mkhwanazi must be subpoenaed when there was no necessity. Again, we want to defend the DA, nomuntu wayo, or implicated. For what reason? Chair, it's straightforward. This person is implicated. They have members who can come and replace Atubeg. We can't be painted for failure chair or delay chair. We don't know unit delay when they sit in their portfolios, in their chairs of chairs.
In an unexpected twist, Julius Malema of the EFF backed the DA on this one. Malema argued that the issue isn't about which party Kohler Barnard belongs to, but about following parliamentary rules. And according to him, there is no rule that says she must recuse herself just because she was mentioned. MK's Honorable Shongwe pushed further, blaming the Government of National Unity for creating what he called a complicated matter.
Suffice his input. He runs away from pointing at the rule or the terms of reference that deals with recusal. If you have not dealt with recusal in the terms of reference, and there is no specific rule that is being referred to of Parliament that deals with recusal, we are not in any position to use our majority or our feelings when it comes to recusal. That decision lies with the member consent, like you summarized in the previous meeting, that if you were mentioned, you were not going to proceed to chair us. But there's no rule. Which law are you referring to in dealing with dispute? Because there must be a rule that deals with conflict and says this is where the conflict is. And on the basis of that, we are of a view that the member must recuse herself. I said to you, you are not in any position to remove or expel any member from this committee. You are not. These people were properly sent to come and sit in this committee by Parliament of the Republic of South Africa. And you don't choose who sits in this committee, who doesn't sit in this committee. This has been resolved by Parliament. You cannot constitute yourself. You are constituted by Parliament. And therefore, it is incorrect. I don't care who you're referring to. I don't care which political party they refer to. I stand for justice. And justice will require us that we raise the concerns we have raised and leave it in the hands of the member concerned. You will share this experience, Chair, together with Advocate Bredenbach, that in the JSC, we tell members that if there is a conflicting interest in relation to a judge that is about to appear before us, you have to take that decision to recuse yourself, or if you don't want to recuse yourself and you seek the collective wisdom of the members of the JSC, you will then say, I know Advocate Brettenbach, and this is how I know her. And we've been together this way, that way. Members are like, no, let's proceed. There's no problem. We believe and to these matters of the interviews. But otherwise, if you feel personally of interest. So please, Chair, there's no South African that says we must deal with members in an unfairly manner in an attempt to save the failures of the previous regime that has gone below 40%. It's not our responsibility to clean you up. It was your mess. You messed it up. And you're not going to do it now with us. That you isolate the people that you think are not going to serve whatever interest you might be representing. So from where I'm sitting, there is no any conflict. The name is on the list. Let the name, like all the names, be referred to our legal team. Let the consultation be made. Perhaps in that consultation, the legal team might even say to our member, but look, don't you think maybe this or that way? And then the next thing we hear from a member saying, no, you know what? Upon reflection and consultations, I now accept that I must step aside. And then you proceed with this thing. I'll come if I'm invited to do so. But this thing of passing a motion of no confidence against the evidence leaders that were appointed. And before we appointed them, we even said, evidence leaders will not tell us anything. They will not control us. They will come and give us a legal opinion. We will decide on our own if we take that legal opinion or not. So they are here now. Let the names be referred to the legal team. Let it make consultations. Let it come back to us as we proceed and say, yes, we can hear maybe the following day, let's not have this witness. Let's have a committee meeting to make reflection on further witnesses and all of that. Then they will say to us, the following names are helpful, the following names are not helpful. And we are of a view that the honorable member also, by this kind of legal, general rules or practices, we think the member should recuse herself. And it is for her to make that call. So please, let's have confidence in you can't say, we've got this list, provisional, and as we go along, consultations will be made and all of that, and then a certain person must be removed. We said, let that responsibility lie with the evidence leaders who will advise us on whether this person is going to help us or not. And if Honorable Barnard, who's mentioned, it's not going to be helpful because she's conflicted or anything of that sort, they will point to that and make a proper legal argument as to why they are saying what they are saying. Not this thing that we're doing now, because we want to constitute ourselves. We can't constitute ourselves. And we have no right to expel any member from this committee. If anything, let Parliament revisit whatever resolution is taken on in terms of who constitute this committee. Thanks. I'm not talking for any member. I'm talking for all of you. It's nice now that you say the things you are saying. Wait until the tables turn and you are told you are conflicted and you can't even see that conflict. Your conscience is very clear that you are not part of this and you have never been involved in any illegality. So let principle be principle. It doesn't matter which political party a person belongs to. It doesn't matter the race of a person. It doesn't matter the gender of a person. Justice must always be justice. And if we stand for justice, we will know how to deal with conflict of interest. Thanks, Chair.
Thank you so much, Honorable Malema. Can I?
That triggered a sharp response from the Patriotic Alliance MP Ashley Sauls, who said it's unfair for MK to keep blaming the GNU for their challenges, insisting that this issue is separate from the GNU's structure.
It's very important that we dispel some of the statements that are made, such as, for example, to say that the GNU is to be blamed and the GNU is favoring and so on. On the point of discussion here now, it's clear this is not about the GNU. We are all here to put South Africans at the center and to get to the bottom of this, all of us, irrespective of our party affiliation or GNU opposition. If we have to delve deep into that narrative, that incorrect narrative that is being pushed, that the GNU is for the GNU here, there's no GNU here. Because if you would look at it properly, it is the GNU partners that are the ones who are saying Honorable Barnard is conflicted, and for that reason should recuse herself. It is the GNU partners that are saying that. It is actually the opposition that is saying no, she should not recuse herself. So I firstly just want to dispel that wrong narrative that this committee is not about GNU or opposition. All of us are together as parties that forms the AdHoc committee that seeks to deal with this matter for the sake of all South Africans. Then, secondly, Chair, I would have wanted for the standard that has been set by my president and my deputy president, that when there was just a mention of the name of my deputy president, Kenny Kunene, he recused himself as a matter of principle from his position as councillor and his position as MMC. An independent investigation was done and he was cleared. Whether people questions that, it's neither here nor there, they can pursue it further. But the fact is, a position was taken on principle to preserve the integrity of leadership. That's the action that shall be taken. And it is clear that that is what we are yearning for here. But whether it will happen is really up to the members. Then on the issue of recusal and the element of recusal not being mentioned in writing in our terms of reference, it is a bit disingenuous to think that our terms of reference would be exhaustive in the issues that we would be dealing with. I would want to look at our terms of reference like we look at our constitution. Our constitution is not...
The AdHoc committee was meant to deal with General Ntlanhla Mkhwanazi's explosive claims, but right now, the battle lines in Parliament are overshadowing the inquiry itself. What's your take? Should Kohler Barnard step aside because she was mentioned at the Madlanga Commission, or should Parliament's rules take priority? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you found this breakdown useful, hit like, share this video, and subscribe to Heads Up SA for more inside stories from South Africa's political stage. Until next time, stay sharp, stay informed, keep your heads up, SA.